Welcome back to the deep dive. We pull out the crucial bits from sources so you can get informed without all the overload.
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Exactly. So today we're looking at this interesting paradox involving an online store called Cravewood.com. They seem to sell, lots of different kinds of products.
Right, and the source we're digging into is a YouTube review. It's from a channel called HOA Horror, and they promise an, quote, unbiased review of Cravewood.com.
Okay.
Our mission here really isn't to give the final verdict on Cravewood itself. It's more about quickly unpacking what this specific review tells us. What can we actually learn from how they judged it, especially about these automated trust scores?
Gotcha. Okay, let's unpack this then. The source tried using objective data to figure out if this site was legit. So what did they find initially? What were the good signs?
Well, the initial findings were surprisingly positive. Very positive, actually.
Yeah.
The reviewer mentioned using tools, sounded pretty sophisticated to check the site, and Cravewood got a perfect official trust score, 100 out of 100.
100. Okay, wow. That sounds definitive.
That's what you'd think, right? The source even called it very good.
And they didn't just pull that number out of thin air, did they? I think you mentioned they checked quite a bit.
That's right. The reviewer claimed their research looked at 40 different elements to get that score.
40? Okay, like what kind of things?
Things like where the website is hosting, the tech it's using, its location, how popular it is,
Oh,
that sort of technical stuff.
right, the nuts and bolts.
Exactly. Checks designed to catch, obviously fake or really poorly made scam sites. And the fact Cravewood aced it, 100 out of 100, well, it suggests the technical side was all buttoned up,
So the tech checks out.
leading the reviewer to say, initially, that the website service model suggested it might be a legit website.
Okay, hold on. If they checked 40 things, got a perfect score, why are we even talking about this?
Sounds pretty clear-cut, right? Cravewood's legit. Case closed.
Ah, well, this is where it gets really interesting. Kind of a head-scratcher, actually.
Right. Because despite that perfect score, the 100 out of 100, despite checking those 40 different technical points, the reviewer's final conclusion was, well, let's just say it wasn't decisive.
How indecisive are we talking here? Like, little uncertain or...
Completely non-committal. They wrapped it all up by saying the website appears to be a scam or legit website.
Wait. Scam or legit? Serious?
Seriously.
But that's useless. After a perfect score, it's either one or the other, isn't it? How can it appear to be both?
Exactly. So you've got this, detailed process, right? 40 checks, perfect technical score. And then the final interpretation just throws its hands up.
It completely negates the score. It's like saying the engine diagnostics are perfect, but the car might explode or it might be fine. Maybe.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's the real insight here for you listening. It's less about Cravewood itself, perhaps, and more about these automated trust scores.
What do you mean?
Well, when a system checks 40 metrics, gives a perfect score, but the human looking at it still can't say, yes, it's safe, or no, it's risky, it kind of tells you those automated checks are missing something, doesn't it?
Yeah, something crucial. The technical stuff is fine, but it's not the whole picture.
Right. Those metrics, they just aren't enough on their own to really verify trust.
So that's the key takeaway then. We learned about the tech factors they check, sure, but we also learned that those factors alone just aren't sufficient. So what did the reviewer actually recommend doing, given this ambiguity?
Well, they were pretty clear about that, actually. They said their analysis, even with the high score, was just a starting point. They explicitly told the listener they needed to make a right conclusion on the basis of manual research.
Manual research. So basically, do your own homework.
Yep. The source itself admitted that, human judgment, actually looking into it yourself, overrides their own fancy 100-point score.
So the final verdict on Cravewood remains murky. But the lesson seems pretty clear. Don't rely solely on those automated trust scores.
Absolutely.
Right.
A high score doesn't automatically mean high trust. The fact the source couldn't commit, despite its own perfect data, that's the real story.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
And it leaves you with a pretty interesting question to think about, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If checking 40 different elements and getting a perfect 100 out of 100 still isn't enough,
Yeah.
if you still need manual research to decide if a site is a scam or legit,
Yeah.
then what are those other things? What non-technical stuff, what factors beyond those 40 metrics are the ones that really matter for trusting an online store? Makes you wonder what red flags the human reviewer saw that the automated tools completely missed.